Mr. Aaron, we were talking about your growing up and everything. You schooled from Accra to the north, in Navasco, the primary school.
The primary school was Nikojua Babio.
Nikojua Babio. And middle school?
Middle school, I did in Zebula Middle.
Oh, okay. And then university?
University Legon.
Oh, okay.
For my first degree and my second degree, the same
for Legon.
University of Ghana Business School.
Oh, okay.
That's the first degree, and the second degree, the same place. And the second degree, I did finance.
Okay.
You know. The first degree, I majored in marketing in University of Ghana Business School. So Legon has been the only university that I've tasted.
You are married? I'm
married.
With children?
With 3 children. The last one is in Legon. It's in the University of Ghana, and level 300. Okay. The second one is preparing for an examination, so she's gone to the National Insurance Commission. She's actually working with Ghana Re.
Oh, okay.
Ghana Re. She's also into insurance.
Hey, family sickness.
Then the other one, it's he is into mobile phones. He repairs and then he sells them. Okay. At the same time, he's doing some small transport. He's on his own.
Oh, okay. He's a big boy.
Yes.
How old is he?
He's 29.
He's not a boy, he's a man.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you are still married?
I'm still married.
So how do you relax?
That's a very good question.
You don't?
I do. What I do is early in the morning, by 5 o'clock, when I wake up, I come to the gym. I try to do 1 or 2 things to relax my body for the day. Then when I'm in the office, I go through all the office things. Then in the evening, Wednesdays and Fridays, 7 p.m. I go to the tennis club. That's the Ghana Tennis Club.
Oh.
Yeah, I play tennis.
That's why you look so fit.
I play tennis. I cannot but afford not to go. So I go there and I play with the coaches there, and then some of my peers at times.
Just to be fit.
Just to be fit, you know. And 7 o'clock we use the floor lights. And when you get there at that time, most of the people would have gone. But
hey, but they'll say it's for.
Yeah, but you get the small boys around.
They'll say it's for rich guys. So
no, tennis is not for rich guys.
If you are working for somebody and you leave office at 8, 9.
Well, I do that in the evening.
Okay.
7 p.m. in the evening, and normally I leave the office around 8:30 every day. Except the days that I go to to play tennis. Okay. You know, the nature of the work, most of the time is outside people who are, you know, queuing up to see you on businesses. Then
so you relax when you come to the gym.
Exactly.
And then when you go to play tennis, that's how you relax. You don't go out, you don't go jamming, you don't disco.
No, what I do is I do that, the tennis and then the gym.
Mr. Anafure, I need you to educate me just a bit on life insurance. What is life insurance?
Okay. Life insurance is putting money aside for the rainy day. You see,
meaning
as you are alive now, you have so many responsibilities around you.
Exactly.
Some of them you are not able to do them immediately because you don't have the means.
Yeah.
So you can decide to put some money aside.
So it's like an investment.
It is an investment.
Okay.
Life insurance is an investment. You know, you put small monies aside, and then these small monies accumulates, they become good money. Okay, you can decide that, look, let me put, let's say, 100 Ghana a month, and then take this money in 5 years time, in 10 years time.
So let me get something very clear. I decide that, well, I want to put in 100 Ghana every month. After 5 years, if I want my money back,
you get it with interest.
Oh, with interest?
With interest. And if, unfortunately, God forbid, the one contributing is not able to, you know, complete the 5 years before the person passes on. That amount you set yourself in getting at the end of the 5 years will be paid out.
Oh.
Will be paid out. Assuming that you set yourself getting, say, 10,000 Ghana in 5 years, you work towards the 10,000. And maybe the 3rd year or even 1st year, the person dies. We are obliged to pay the 10,000 to the beneficiaries, even though the person would not have contributed up to the 10,000.
Essence, you need to do a lot of education because we don't know about this.
Yeah,
I don't know about it. I get this private insurance, people come into my office about vehicles and your office, and but I don't know about this because this is a pure investment.
It is. We have, in SIC life, we take care of you from the day you are born to the day you are called by God.
No, but why?
All the policies are tailored for that.
No, why aren't you people educating us? I can't get it. Because somebody wants to invest money, but the person is thinking, I don't have enough, so I can't go to the bank and buy and deposit, let's say fixed deposit, or buy shares or something. But if somebody can contribute even 100 or 20 Ghana a month and tell himself or herself that, look, at the end of the 4 or 5 years, this is what I want to get. What's a big deal? Is it that simple?
It's very, very simple. We are trying our best to do the education. Some of the issues border on the National Insurance Commission, and then some also border on the Ghana Insurance Association. We have an association. Then we have a regulatory body, which is like Bank of Ghana regulating banks. We also have National Insurance Commission. These are bodies that we contribute to, we pay subscription to. They are supposed to use some of the money for education.
No, but it's
so
crazy.
That it's not like SIC Life coming to educate people on only our product, but it should be that the industry is educating people on global.
Yeah.
That there's a need for life insurance. Then we'll speak to it. We have a few aspects though. We can speak to it. Then we have the need for general business. After the motto is compulsory.
So tell me, who qualifies to have life insurance, the minimum and the maximum to start with?
Anybody above the age of 18 can take a life policy.
You must be working. Not necessarily.
Students are even taking it because they have what we call SNIT loans and other things.
Okay.
And they've started learning to put some money aside.
Okay.
But you should be at least the age 18. That's so that you know what you are doing.
So I can't do for my children?
You can do for your children.
Okay.
You can do for your children. But if you want to do it directly, you should be 18 and above.
Okay.
Okay. And then, as I said earlier on, we have policies that are tailored for the child after 2 years born.
Okay.
Okay. We have child education, which the parents take on behalf of their children. Okay. Then we have educational policies, which grown-ups take. For instance, you are working and you want to go and do your master's degree in the next 5 years. You can just enroll into the educational policy and then put some money aside for 5 years. By that time, the 5 years, the money would have been good with interest, and you can take it as a seed.
What is your percentage, the interest rate?
Right now, it varies. We are looking at the interest rate, what we have in the, what we call the treasury bill.
Okay.
Then we add 2 or 3.
Oh, okay. So if the treasury bill is 18, yours could be 22 or 20?
Yeah, depend on the policy.
Okay.
Some of the policies is about 20, that's about 3 plus.
Okay.
Some about 4 plus.
Okay.
Depending on, because we have different type of policies.
Okay.
And some of the policies, we don't apply interest rate at all because they are pure debt policies. You know.
Okay.
So you can have a child education for the children. You can have educational policies for grown-ups themselves. Now we've come out with what we call school fees. We realize that most children who are brilliant, most of the time, they are not able to complete their JHS or their SHS.
Yeah. Because
they come out of school because they have either the parent or the guardian maybe
can't afford
or no, when they pass on, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, can't afford, they manage it.
Yeah.
They keep on sacking them and they continue going back. But then they are withdrawn from school because of lack of funds to continue with the school because the one who was sponsoring
is
matter.
Yeah.
So we brought this policy, which is 3-year policy for JHS and then SHS. What does it do? It's a term policy for 3 years. We know how much you have to pay school fees for 3 years. Then we use that one as what we call the sum assured. The sum assured is the value for the education that the child has to go through. Now the premiums are very small because we're talking large numbers. What it means is that every term, the parent will pay, if it may be 5 cedis, to cover the child's education. Now what happens is that if the father or the mother or the guardian should die, the unexpired period, that is the period that is left for the child to finish school, the school fees that will be outstanding
will be paid for.
Will be paid for by SIC Life.
Oh.
So that the child will not have to be withdrawn from school.
Okay.
You know. So that is the problem. I mean, you agree with me that people are anxious to when you lose your for instance your husband, most men are anxious to take the woman but not the children.
Of course.
But if you have this policy in place, forget it. The mother can move on.
Yeah.
But the children will not suffer. The school fees will be borne by SIC Life.
So, like I asked, what is the minimum and what is the maximum, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. You choose how much.
It's an individual decision.
It's an individual decision. In the case of the school fees, we know the maximum. because we know how much you have to pay for the school.
And it's all under life.
It's all under life. It's all life. It's an investment towards the child's school fees.
Okay.
So if, for instance, you are supposed to spend 5,000 for the 3 years, we will look at it and say, okay, Salasi, you have 5,000 to pay for 3 years. Now you have to be paying every quarter. So how much will you afford? We divide it, and then we're able to tell how much you have to pay, and that is added to the school fees.
Okay.
And then the parents pay, or whoever it is, the guardian will pay, and then we'll continue like that every term. We continue paying. It's a new policy that SIC Life has actually brought into the Ghanaian market, and we will urge parents and guardians to patronize it. It's good. Anafure Life is not ours. You see, we owe it to God. It's borrowed. It can be taken at any time. But the problem with we Ghanaians is that when you talk about the fact that one day you will die, then we don't like it. We don't want to hear it. But it's eminent. It's something that you cannot dodge.
We are still on smart people. He's educating us. Trust me, every parent must grab this opportunity, rush down to SIC and find out what can be done for you or what can be done for your child. It's an investment. You don't need $1,000, you don't need 1,000 Ghana, you don't need 500 Ghana. You can start even 5 cities. So please rush to SIC. And he's waiting to serve you. I will be right back.
Smart people always be different.
We are back. We are still talking to the SIC life insurance man. You don't need any specific amount to start. You don't need any qualification to start.
No.
But you have to be above or attain the age 18.
18, so that you know what the contract you are going to.
But parents can do for their children.
Parents can do for their children who are in school.
Who are in school.
And who are under them. It's their responsibility.
Okay, so they contribute on their behalf every month.
Every month.
Do you have to contribute monthly, quarterly, or yearly?
Good. You can contribute monthly, quarterly, half yearly, or yearly.
Okay.
But if you are going to contribute in that manner, then that is the yearly one. Then you must pay in advance.
Oh, okay.
Not in arrears.
Okay.
Okay. Then we have another very interesting package, which is we call it FANA journey. It's a funeral expense policy. The funeral expense policy is a very good funeral policy. We are not saying that when you take it, you will die. But we are saying that death is imminent. It's something that you cannot dodge. It will come when it has to come. But you have to prepare for it. You take the policy on your own behalf and on behalf of your spouse, your children, your in-laws. It becomes like a group policy with all these people inside. Now, the premium, like you ask, what is the minimum premium? The minimum premium that you will pay will be determined by the value that you will put on each person.
Okay.
We are talking about what makes up the death benefit. It is the expense that you are going to incur when death occurs. So how much the casket? How much is the strata?
You see why they won't come?
Yeah, you can't dodge it.
But the thing is that you need, this one, your
it's
education will
everywhere. Yeah, it's difficult. Yes. So that is a big problem.
Yeah.
All the insurance companies are selling it. But I must tell you and admit that it's one of the policies that is difficult to sell.
Yeah.
But now it's catching up. We used to think that Muslims will not be interested in the policy, but they are rather interested in it. Because you see, the 7th day and the 40th day is more of a parade.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jam, music and everything. And that is expensive too. So they are buying now. Tamale, we used to think that they won't buy, and we're rather aiming at Kumasi, Ashanti region.
Where funeral is a big deal.
Unfortunately, the other areas like the northern region are doing better with the funeral expense than even the Ashanti region and then the eastern region.
So tell me, what is the difference between SIC and then SIC Life? The
difference is that the SIC Life talks about life insurance.
Everything that has to do with a human being.
The human being. Everything that has to do with the human being.
And then SIC on its own talks
about anything that has to do with properties.
Oh.
Shuttles.
Okay.
Car, house, aeroplane, ships, liabilities arising in your employer's liability and all that. Fire and all those things. Okay. Those are the issues that SIC insurance will deal with.
Are you religious?
I'm very religious.
Where do you fellowship?
Star of the Sea Catholic Church.
Oh, you're a Catholic.
My mother was a Catholic.
But your father was a Muslim.
You know, so we are divided. We have 3 of us my siblings being Muslims, and then the rest of us are Catholic.
You know, I hear this question a lot. How were they coping? How were they living together? A Christian and a Muslim.
Initially, it was difficult.
Yeah.
My mother was doing the towing the Islamic way, but it got to a point she was finding it difficult to pray.
Because the thing is that if you need to
Sure.
understand a religion
Yes.
to be able to enjoy it.
Exactly.
And it's about communication with your God, communing with Him. And if I don't understand the religion,
She kept complaining that she was uncomfortable and her weight.
Yeah.
She said she couldn't be bending 5 times a day.
Hey!
And so she was begging my father, at least please allow me to fellowship somewhere
Yeah.
as, instead of this religion. It will not spoil our marriage. I'll still be responsible to whatever.
Then your father was very understanding.
Well, at the time we were a bit grown, so we had to speak with our dad.
Okay.
To let her, because she stopped praying.
Life must go
No,
on. What
no.
you need to do is to visit
No.
SIC Life. That is all you have to do this week, because they have a lot to tell you. We can't say it all on Smart People. You know where to go now for your child's education. When you die, when your husband dies, that's what you don't want to hear. For your investment.
Investment.
Investment, me, I'm interested. I'm a businesswoman, so I'm more interested in that one. You can be contributing 5 Ghana, 20 Ghana, 100 Ghana monthly. By the time you realize, oh, you got some good money. And this one, free money. So please rush to SIC Life. Mr. Anafure is more than willing to serve you. We'll be right back.
Smart people always believe right.
We've been talking to Mr. Anafure about insurance, his life, his childhood, and everything. I think we've heard enough, but there's one question I need to ask him before we wrap up. I hear they do susu. I want to clarify from him. Is it true you do susu?
Yes, it's true.
Daily collections?
Yeah, we have daily collection. It's a life policy, and it's called Sika Plan.
Sika plan.
Sika Plan, and we have nicknamed it Okumka. It kills debt.
Debt.
It's a daily collection that is targeted to the informal sector.
Okay.
Those
Like the market
like the market women, and they are doing very well. They contribute 1 cedi minimum a day, and some are contributing 20 Ghana, some even 50 Ghana a day. What we do is that if you are able to contribute continuously for 4 months, we'll give you a loan.
Oh.
Then we'll give you twice what you have contributed.
Okay.
Or even at certain times more than that. Because how do we do it? We have formed a subsidiary, which is called SIC Life Trust Finance Limited. We'll direct you there, and then they'll assess you and give you good money. So far we've got about 53,000 on our books, as far as this policy is concerned. People. Yeah.
53,000 people.
1,000 people who are patronizing our Sika Plan.
I see.
And we are in about 5 of the regions. We are, apart from Accra, Tema, we are in Kumasi, we are in Koforidua, we are in Takrade.
Okay.
We want something that the people will be there daily.
Okay.
But you realize that some of the regions, they come to the market twice a week. Twice a week. And if they come twice a week and that particular week they don't pay, it will affect the life policy. So we are looking at how to come out with policies that will be tailored towards them. Otherwise, it's the best. We are in Techiman, which is the center belt, and it's also doing very well. So this is another policy that is a flagship. It's doing very well. It's a life policy.
Okumka.
Okumka.
Hey. It kills debt.
Yeah,
Okumka.
yes.
Man, go to SIC Life. Look, they have a lot, but they refuse to tell us. But today, Smart People, you know how we do it. Raw to your doorstep. Thank you, my lovely viewers, for watching us all the time. And I love you. Mr. Anafure, thank you so much for accepting to come on the show. We've been educated. And as for me, I am going to get into the investment one. That is what I want. I'm inviting all of you. It's 1 cedi, Okumka. That is the name, 1 cedi. 5 cedis, 2 cedis. Your education, your child's education. Quality education. Quality education. You know what I'm talking about? See you next week on another exciting episode. Mwah!
Smart people dare to be different.